Kerry White, Representative Kerry White out of Bozeman. Kerry, always great to chat with you, my friend.
You too, Aaron. Good to be with you this morning.
I was kind of name-dropping you the other day. I don't know if you heard it, but I was chatting with these great group of guys.
I heard you.
You did? Okay, good. Yeah, we had a Magic City 4x4.
Magic City 4x.
Yeah.
Great event coming up, man. Fundraiser for them. And I was thinking the other day, I said, what better way to get out of the house of this lockdown from the governor and stuff than to go out and smell some high octane and listen to some horsepower.
Yeah, I love the way they describe this event. They're like, look, you can go buy some $200 beater car and come and just beat it up in this race that we're doing. And they've got mud holes, they got everything. It's like a good Wild West truck race vehicle. Anyway, so Magic City 4x4 on Facebook. But it was kind of fun talking with them. In fact, afterwards, one of the guys said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I kind of went off talking about this access stuff instead of talking about our fun event." I was like, no, that's what we're here for. Really, they're doing that to raise money to support access and to support groups like what you've been doing with Citizens for Balanced Use and so much more.
Well, we've lost so much. That study in 2015, 22,000 miles of roads closed just by the Forest Service in Montana. Those guys down in Billings down there, I think they mentioned a couple of real great opportunities for four-wheeling is the Bimbo Trail and the Morrison Jeep Trail. And they've been trying for years to keep those open. And, of course, the management agencies continue to, threaten to close them, they're not maintained or they're not safe or we don't want you in there. There's some sort of wildlife or something. And they've been open for decades.
Yeah, and we've seen so many miles of access trails and access roads get shut down, and of course we've talked about it before. You get these hypocritical environmental groups who claim to support our outdoor economy, who claim to support access, but then they're the ones who shut down access time and time again. What's going on right now when it comes to the Helena, Lewis and Clark Forest Plan? Their forest plan for the Helena, Lewis and Clark, and I understand there's some deadlines coming up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to let your listeners know about. On May 21st, the Helena, Lewis and Clark released their draft. It's actually the final decision on the Helena, Lewis and Clark. I mean, you got over 2.8 million acres, I think, up there. And in that plan, we're going to lose thousands of acres of winter snowmobile area, hundreds of miles of trails for motorized and mechanized use. The bicycle guys are going to really, really get shut off. But 4 years in the process, they released it on the 21st of May. They're going to, right now it's in an objection period, which is a 60-day, cannot be extended objection period. And on our website, balanceduse.org, we've got some sample objections for people to fill out, and they can mail those in. I do have a big problem. You talk about lawlessness. The people in the Forest Service have been there for decades. I mean, they go back to the Clinton administration. And these people in the Forest Service actually are trying to make it as difficult as possible for the public to be engaged. In the law, and this is the law under Code of Federal Regulations 219, it says that when they release this plan for objections, that they will provide an email address. They failed to provide an email address to send your objection in. I contacted Region 1, and they said that they felt that they complied with the law, but they haven't provided an email address. So how is a person supposed to engage in a process that's supposed to be a public process and open to the public when they don't follow the law in providing an email address so that you can send your objections? And the other thing that I'd mention is that Secretary Perdue on June 12th released a secretarial order, and it says in there, increase access to Forest Service lands by streamlining the permit process for recreational activities and embracing new technology and recreation opportunities. So the Secretary of Agriculture has directed the Forest Service to increase recreation opportunities. Meanwhile, Supervisor Bill Avey who is the supervisor of the Helena, Lewis, and Clark National Forest, who signed and released this decision will reduce recreational activities. And so I would encourage folks to go to our website, fill out an objection, and mail it to the Forest Service. And we're trying to generate as many objections as possible to try to slow or stop this forest plan from going forward, because people of all ages are going to lose recreational opportunities.
Encourage people to go to the Citizens for Balanced Use website, submit your comments on this Helena, Lewis, and Clark forest plan as they're trying to strip away your access. Also, one more reason to support groups like Citizens for Balanced Use in this upcoming Magic City 4x4 race that they got coming up here soon as well, for those who can travel to that event. But, I always hear the environmental left, the radical left, say, more access, public lands in public hands, and now they particularly try to say, well, it's the importance of our outdoor economy, because what they're trying to do is, well, we don't need to worry about the rest of our economy because the outdoor economy is so huge. That's why we need to shut everything down and just focus on the environment and just focus on our outdoor economy. But yet the outdoor economy, I think you shared some numbers on this. 60% of the outdoor economy is motorized recreational access. So they don't even support 60% of the outdoor economy.
Right. And, 97% of our outdoor recreation users are motorized users, because they are the elderly, the families with infant children, the people who want to go out and camp. I heard you kind of got a new camper, didn't you?
Yeah, loving it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, camper sales are way up. If you go to the motorsports places, they don't have, they're sold out of four-wheelers and side-by-sides and motorcycles. People want to get outdoors. They've been locked in their homes over this COVID stuff. They want to get out. Of course, most of us found the campgrounds closed during this COVID deal.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah, it was totally crazy. But anyway, what I'm saying, Aaron, is that the national direction from Purdue and President Trump is to increase access. But you have the people that are career agency folks that have been in there since the Clinton years and before, that have the mentality of the environmentalist in closing more and more of our public lands to access. And every time you close an access, you block off something that was just culturally and historically important to somebody that always went there, whether it was to fish a high mountain lake or to go rock hounding or gold panning or mineral and gem hunting or, hunting and fishing and stuff. So every time you close one of those accesses, you take away that opportunity. And it really socially hurts people.
Yeah, it does, and it hurts
our can't get out,
and it hurts our outdoor economy. And it's not just people,
Totally.
Like I'm loving my new camper from Brett's RV and Marine, getting that out and enjoying it. Going to do it again this weekend.
Oh, we got a new one last year. Aren't they great?
Oh, I'm loving it. Yeah. Although now I need some more toys. Now I need a side by side. Now I need a boat too. So you know what I mean? There's more fun where that came
and
from.
A new truck.
Well, I got that. I did that. I took advantage of the 0% financing going on. I thought I better do it. I had my old Colorado for about 16 years, and I thought, now's probably the time.
All of that money that you spent and people spend on outdoor recreation goes right back into the community, whether it's a new truck or it's a new camper or it's a new side-by-side, maybe it's a new bicycle. Now we have these new e-bikes that are coming out.
Yeah.
We have all this technology out there. And Purdue has told the Forest Service to embrace these new technologies and provide these opportunities. But meanwhile, you have district rangers, forest supervisors, Region 1 supervisors in other regions that are removing the ability to access our public lands. And these are our lands that we pay tax on to maintain. The Land and Water Conservation Fund, it's going to remain to be seen if they funnel some of that money back towards maintaining these trails.
Yeah.
Because I have seen the LWCF money being used to obliterate access, to create wildlife habitat by obliterating roads, and I'm hoping that they use that money to maintain some of these roads and trails that are out there.
I'm with you exactly on that front. In fact, I'm going to be talking with former Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke in the 9 o'clock hour, and I want to stress that point too, because okay, they're going to get their LWCF money, but let's use it to increase access instead of what they've done in the past, which is to strip it away. Kerry White, great to chat with you. Yep. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Balanceduse.org, Aaron. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you.